The world had changed. Zeus, the mighty king of Olympus, was dead. Hel, who sought more devotees, had set into motion a series of events that would either deliver her the world or see it destroyed. The Pantheon War started, which had all pantheons plunged into battle. Divine blood was spilt. Hel had balanced the mortal realm on a knife's edge, and Hades would see it pushed over. For the sins of the gods, all would be cast into ruin. Untold destruction now plagues mankind. The earth itself rebels with seismic activity, toppling cities. Firestorms rage over entire continents. Oceans rise and swallow the land, dragging countless souls to the watery abyss. Seas boil away until nothing remains but desiccated, lifeless deserts. The denizens of the underworld rise as the lands of the living and the dead blur together into a single, unholy perdition. Mortals cry out to the heavens, begging for deliverance from the fate their gods have brought upon them. Bellona, the goddess of war, hears their call to test her might and drive back the darkness. And she will answer. The old games between the pantheons are over. Bitter rivalries and lifelong feuds are forgotten as the source of the gods' power now faces extinction. New gods will rise and empires will fall. The gods will bleed and the fate of all will be decided. The age of Ragnarok has begun. The Lord of Darkness appeared before Bellona, hovering opposite her in the chaos, cold and malicious. In the heart of Ragnarok's storm, the Roman goddess of war drew her blade against him. Their presences challenged each other, but Bellona realized that she didn't know why she came out to fight him. Why did he appear? Was he summoned by this apocalypse? Is he a threat only she could confront? In truth, it didn't matter. She was in her element. Battle was a familiar rhythm that made her heart sing. She was Bellona, and she was making war. She ran at him and her sword made a perfect cut, but the target ceased to be. He laughed as his form shivered and became three. The trio flew around her, taunting as they fluttered beyond her blade's reach. Rage warped Bellona's weapon into liquid brass, shifting until it became her hammer. She left craters in the earth with every strike, but she couldn't touch the phantoms. The Lord of Darkness reformed and manifested shards of crystal from his hands that flew to strike her. Every blow that landed plunged a deathly cold into her body. Releasing a long, shuddering breath, he spoke with a demonic voice, saying how thrilled he was to do that. She made such a good servant, eager to oblige him. The words stopped Bellona cold. She snarled that she served no one. He lifted a hand and the earth splintered. The dead appeared within the cracks, who stared up at her with soulless eyes. Bellona recognized every face and her sigil stitched upon the tattered banners they carried. He told her that she was evil's agent by sowing conflict. The mortal realm was thrown into ever greater violence as she bathed the earth with their blood. She never cared for the why. She never stopped to think who it was she truly served. A new giant crystal shard manifested before the Lord Darkness. He smiled wide as he announced that it was him, Chernobog, whom she served. He let the crystal fly. At the last moment, she raised a weapon. Hammer reformed into sword. Obsidian met steel, and obsidian shattered into smoke. Chernobog paused, giving the situation a calculated consideration. He then turned away, stretching out his wings. Was that all? Bellona angrily claimed that she wasn't finished with him. He laughed, saying that he wasn't done with anything, before vanishing into the dark sky to wreak untold horror on the world. Bellona buried her blade into the ground to support herself. Alone, she watched Ragnarok devour everything. The souls of the dead cried out as the underworld blurred into that of the living. All that remained with the goddess of war were questions, the howling dead, and the echo of dark laughter.